Welcome, everybody. So glad to have along with us Dusty Lister. And we're excited for this first-round matchup between Kearns and Timpanogos. These are two teams that really can muddle things up in the 4A classification. And let's first start with Timpanogos. Timpanogos, a little upstart season. They're led by Josh Alpin. They have 4 players who will average about 8 points, but Josh Alpin is the point guard. He has the ability to hit long-range threes, and if he gets things going, Timpanogos will be very difficult to handle. And then Kearns, one of the most athletic teams you're going to see. They are led by Bushman Ebet. If you follow us on Twitter, you've seen his dunks and all the things this kid can do. He's an absolute athlete. Kearns, a lot of fun as they get up and down the floor. There's an interesting contrast of styles in this game between Kearns and Timpanogos. It'll be interesting to see which one wins out. Well, you know our teams and a couple things to look out for. When we come back, it'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament, presented on live.ksl.com, deseretnews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
Bushman Ebet. A 6'2" junior guard, number 10, Taylor Martinez. A 6'6" senior guard, number 11, Boye Quadgen. A 6'1" senior guard, number 22, Taylor Thomas. And a 6-foot junior forward, number 35, Kirk Quaff. The coach of the Cougars is Dan Cosby. Here are your officials for this ball game: Brett Kinghorn, Ashley Ellis, and Shane Singer. School basketball fans, it's time for 4A championship basketball.
We are set for the opening tip-off. Tanner Meaves from Timpanogos and Kirk Quaff for Kearns, and it's controlled by the Timberwolves. The floor with Connor Halford, hands off to Chase Pickett. Pickett working off the dribble, Pickett off the glass, and a rebound to Bushman Ebet. Ebet hands off to Martelise. Martelise back to Ebet. Martelise thought about three and hangs on, drop it inside. Trapped along the baseline, kick out for three. Martelise, no. Bushman Ebet went in for the high fly and putback, couldn't quite get there. Now down the floor with Halford. Give it up straight away, Caden Brown. Brown sent in the corner. This is Chase Pickett. Hands up to Connor Halford. Pickett and Ebet have both been players of the game, a nudge player of the game during our basketball coverage, as Halford drives the baseline and lays it up and in. Outside with Quadgen. And that ball knocked out of bounds and will stay here. Martelise will trigger the inbound. Early moments of this first round game. Three on the way from Ebet, back rimmed, and we'll go the other way with Timpanogos. Timberwolves looking to build on their lead up the floor with Halford. Comes off the screen of Brown. Sends out to Alpin. Alpin puts it on the floor, hard to the hole. Along the baseline. Jumper up and good from Tanner Melville. Four nothing, Timpanogos. Martelise cross court to Ebet. Ebet put on the floor, terminates. And back to Martelise. Quadgen, hard to the hole, couldn't get it to go. It'll be 2 free throws.
Chase Pickett, his first personal, it's the first T-Wolves team foul. Kirk Quaff at the line to shoot 2.
Pardon me, it's Quath at the line. And Quath misses the first. Back rim, both. Quick on the run with Halford. Into the corner, Alpin. Alpin lost the handle, and will stay here. Him out of the backcourt to Melville. Up the floor now with the Timberwolves. Halford, now Alpin. Alpin down the lane, floated up and score it. A crafty little shot there from Alpin. Now 6-0. And their ball stolen on the other way. Here goes Brown. Tracked down by Martelise. Oh, and he hits the deck hard. Martelise with the foul. It'll be 2 free throws to Caden Brown.
Picks up his first. It's the first Cougar team foul. Shooting 2.
Saw Cade Polson hit the deck like that a couple times earlier today. As Brown hits the first free throw. Brown hits the first and has one more. And the second rims out. A 7-0 run to start the game for Timpanogos. Off the screen, Martelise to Bushman Ebet, hands back. Martelise pulls up inside the arc. Long range 2, no. Halford with the board. Quickly down the floor, and that ball out of bounds. He thought it went off Ebet. The officials saying no. They're going to get together. Let's see what they decide. And they'll stay with Kearns. Officials got together and decided there wasn't anything, none of them saw anything to change the call. So we'll stay with Kearns. Here's Ebet. Kicks up top to Martelise. Martelise. Oh, nice find inside. Quad John could not finish that. We got a foul. Quath will go back to the line. Quath at the line. The first is good.
Will check in now for the T-Wolves. And for the Cougars, number 2, Jordan Buba.
Got the first, and Quath hits them both. 7-2, Timpanogos. Ball off Martelise, and we'll stay here. Up the floor now with Halford. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Here's Melville up top. Alpin swinging around. Lead up to Melville, goes up with the alley-oop and lays it up and in. Melville now with 4 points. 9-2. Bushman Ebet can't get that first shot to go. Melville with the board. And Halford fouled by Journey Ebet Buba. And we got a timeout, Kearns. 4:36 remaining in the first quarter. Timpanogos 9, Kearns 2. A 30-second timeout. Give us time to remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind. We'll be tweeting out the top plays of every day. You can go to our timeline right now and see the top 5 plays from the first round of the 5A state tournament, as well as our Nudge Player of the Game selections of each game. For Timpanogos, terrific start, and Kearns is still trying to get the offense moving. Last time we saw Timpanogos, they really took it to Olympus. And Olympus, one of the better teams in 4A. They went up to Olympus and got a big win that night. Inside, and Quath is going to pick up the foul. He was up there pretty tall in the air, and Nate Hale draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Quath picks up his first. It is the 13th foul. Hale at the line. The current substitution, number 22, Taylor Thomas, back on the floor.
Hit the first, hits the second. Up the floor. Martelise, give up to Ebet. Ebet, out of Quadjian, back to Ebet. Quadjian, caught in the air, try to get into Ebet, poked away, and Halford hits the deck, and then turns it over. Alpin has it, he comes away with it. Ahead to Hale. Hale leaves it to Melville. Melville takes a shot, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Melville took a hit to the head. Across the eyes there. He's going to try to get his vision back before he shoots 2 free throws. First free throw is short.
Cougar substitution, number 2, Journey Buba. Back in the lineup for the T-Wolves, number 20, A.J. Kearns.
Taylon Thomas comes back in the game as Melville rattles home the second. Up the floor now, Bushman, Ebet, and Kearns trailing by 10. Ebet crossover. Quadjian steps inside the arc, can't get it to go. Rebound claimed by Kearns. Oh, swatted out by Melville. On the push now with Alpin. Melville very active here in the first quarter. 3 on the way, off the mark, and a rebound taken by Alpin. Alpin up top, Melville. Brown, transition to the corner. Here's Halford, and he's fouled on the floor. And a foul will go against number 22, Taylon Thomas.
Now given to number 22, Taylon Thomas. First personal, 15 foul.
15 foul on the Kearns Cougars. Melville to trigger in. Halford up top of Coombs. Halford rotate back to the top. 3:15 remaining in the opening quarter. Halford on the dribble, sends out Coombs in the corner. Alpin couldn't get the shot off. And crazy exchange there. Coombs had the ball stuck to his hip. The coaching staff from Kearns wanted to travel. It was one of those tough ones if he had possession or not, but he was able to go from just beyond the free throw line to the bottom of the bucket and lays it up and in. Quath up top to Buba. Quadjian. Now Bushman Ebet will pull for 3. Back rimmed, and the rebound taken by Josh Alpin. Alpin on the push. Halford traveled, shuffled his feet, and will go the other way.
Cougar basketball.
Here's Quadjian. Floated up, and it rolls off. And the foul will be charged to number 11, Nate Hale.
Called on number 11, Nate Hale. That is his first. It's the 13th foul. Watch it with one more.
Hit the first. Misses the second. Tipped out, taken by Quath. Thomas along the baseline. Here's Ebet. Ebet, a series of moves, jump stop inside. I got a foul on the floor. A foul on Coombs. A lot of fouls here in the first quarter. 5 team fouls on Kearns, 4 on Timpanogos. We'll be shooting a lot of free throws in the second quarter. We got 2:11 remaining in the first. Inbound to Ebet. Buba for 3, back rimmed. Quadjan could not handle the rebound, and it's picked up by Alpin. Here's Melville, got to get it across. They spread the floor out with just over 2 minutes. Here's Coombs up top with Alpin. Now Halford. Drop it in. Melville, turnaround Jay, back rim. And rebound taken by Quadjan. Now on the push with Kearns. Here's Ebet. Down the lane. Floated up, and he's fouled on the attempt. And it'll be 2 free throws coming away of Bushman Ebet.
Checking in for the tables, number 2, Caden Brown. For Hale.
Bet made the first. And the second rolls off for the rebound. Claimed by Brown. On the push now. Oh, it's a steal by Ebet. Saves it in and picked up by Brown. Brown has that one poked away by Quadjan. Oh, and then we had a little push at the end, and Brown hits the deck. And we got a technical foul on Buba. It has been a tough first quarter for Caden Brown. He hit the deck hard on a foul by, I believe it was Talon Thomas. And now this one here, you saw his head hit the floor. And the officials get together, try to decide what they're going to do. And it will be a technical foul.
We had a foul call on number 11. Boy Quadjan is first. Team foul number 6. And then a technical foul called on number 2, Journey Buba. His second team.
So Josh Alpin will go down and shoot the free throws. We had a foul on Quadjan, and then the technical foul on Buba. And Alpin has the first one roll off. The second rolls out as well. Alpin, a very good free throw shooter, misses both, and it'll be Timpanogos' ball off the technical foul. With a stop time to remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind, and we'll be tweeting out the top 5 plays at the end of every day. Also, does your school want to join the Watch It Network? It's easy to join and it's free. And a lot of your school's events can be on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. To learn how your school can join, email us at watchit@deseretdigital.com. 10-point lead for Timpanogos after the technical foul shots were missed by Alpin. 14-4. The lead for Timpanogos. Here's Alpin. Trap comes, gets it over to Coombs, back to Alpin. Melville on the baseline, reverse it up, and it rolls off. Rebound taken by Quadjan. Now on the push. Leaves it for Quath. And now Thomas up top, Quadjan. 1:10 remaining in the quarter. Buba. Thomas now over to Ebet. Ebet back up to Quadjan. Now Thomas in the corner. Buba will pull for 3 off the mark. Ebet goes up, gets the board. Pump fake, goes into Coombs, has it slapped away. And it'll be a foul on the floor. That's a 16 foul on Timpanogos. Both teams will be in the penalty the entire second quarter.
That is his second, team foul number 6.
Inbound in, Ebet. Ebet floated up short, goes back up and tips it up and in. His first field goal, and a welcome sign for Kearns. Halford hands off to Alpin, and now going to try to drain this down, take the final shot with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Melville. Cross court to Alpin. Back to Melville, in the corner to Coombs. 15 seconds. Now Alpin with 10. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Alpin trying to create and gets bailed out the foul call. That'll be the second foul on Buba. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Josh Alpin with 3.4 remaining.
Personal foul number 3. That's team foul number 8 in the penalty. 1-and-1 for Josh Alpin.
And Alpin rattles in the front end.
Checking in for Kearns, number 20, Dara Mike.
And misses the second. Rebound, Ebet. 2 seconds, 1 second. I'll be well short. And now do it for the first quarter. At the end of one, it's Timpanogos 15, Kearns 6. You are watching the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
All day long. A message from the dairy farmers of Utah.
It'll be Kearns ball to start the second quarter. In the front court, Martelise on the angle with Bushman Ebet. Held to 3 points in the first quarter. Martelise leaves along the baseline to Thomas, dropping inside. Quadjian goes up and lays it up and in. His first points of the game. Parmena's 3. Alpin. Cross court, Coombs on the baseline. Melville goes up and one. And the strong first quarter for Tanner Melville continues. He'll go to line looking for the 3-point play.
Second personal, 9th Cougar team foul. Melville with the basket, one coming.
The +1 for Melville. Up the floor now with Martelise. Martelise out to Ebet. 18-8 the lead for Timpanogos. Martelise steps into a 3. Martelise buries the long-range tray. A welcome sign for Kearns. 18-11 Timpanogos. Here's Halford. Gets past Ebet in the corner. Coombs for 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Controlled by Martelise. Try to get that ball ahead. We had a foul on the floor. And they had a foul on Quadjian. That was a very late whistle. And it'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Brown. First free throw good. The second rolls in as well. Martelise, Quadjian tracks it down. Here's Ebet. Martelise got stuck. He was going to pull for three. Alpin was right there and then went to throw it inside. Nothing there. Up top with Halford. Alpin in the corner, Melville. Drop it inside to Brown. Brown will jump it up short. Rebound taken by Quath. Quath put in the hands of Bushman Ebet. On the push now. Here's Quadjian. Now Martelise. Up top with Thomas, Quadjian, now Martelise. Martelise thought about three. Give it up to Thomas, who pulls for three. Back rimmed, rebound to Quadjian. He goes back up with it. It's short. Rebound tipped out, now taken by Melville. He'll slow up and give it up to Alpin. 5.5 remaining in the half. Alpin working on Ebet. Send out to Halford. Saved in to Thomas. Now ahead to Quadjian. He's got Ebet on his left. Quadjian down the lane. Floated up, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Quadjian will shoot 2 free throws. Hits the first. Got the first and the second. 7-point game, Timpanogos 20, Kearns 13. 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. Halford up top to Alpin. Alpin now trapped by Ebet and Quadjian. Probably got a way to travel there. Brown give it up Halford. Halford has the ball slapped away by Ebet. Ebet on the push. Here's Quadjian. Quadjian goes right at Alpin. And we're still waiting for, yes, it's going to be a block. Block on Alpin. And it'll be Quadjian going to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. And the free throw from Quadjian on the mark. Quadjian hit the first and rolls in the second. Five-point game now. As Kearns has climbed back into this thing, Timpanogos 20-15. Went up by 10 a couple times. Cross court, Halford just able to keep his feet in. Try to draw the foul. Melville corner three, back rim. Tipped out by Ebet, tracked down by Halford. Halford to Alpin for three. Back rim and a rebound claimed by Martelise. Ahead to Bushman Ebet and a chance for a little showtime. No, lays it up and in. Probably got a little too excited there, but he lays it up and in. And then 5 points for Bushman. 3-point game, 2017. Alpin has that ball ricocheted to Pickett. Pickett along the baseline. Drives hard to the hole. And we have a foul on the floor. Did he step out of bounds? They're going to say no foul. And the foul will be charged to Quath. And it's the second personal foul. Pickett hits first. The second goes in and out as Pickett hit the first, and it's a 4-point game, 21-17. Timpanogos has led from the beginning, halfway through the second quarter. Here's Ebet. Ebet down the lane, leaves it underneath, and then a charge call. Ebet called for the charge after the pass. Probably the most frustrating call in basketball.
Substitution for Kearns, number 20,
So Timpanogos looking to push their lead back up. That's the first foul on Ebet. 10th team foul on Kearns. Halford over to Alpin. Back to Halford. Three and a half remaining in the second quarter. In the corner, try to drop it inside, but Ebet steps in front, picks it off. Ebet sends it ahead. Hard to the hole, floated up, and scored. How Wada got that ball over the top, I'm not sure. And then there's a travel on Halford. So turnover. And we'll go back to Kearns with a chance to tie or take the lead. Quick inbound to Ebet. Cross court Wada. Now back to Ebet. Ebet off the screen, terminates, drop it inside, mishandled. That's out of bounds off of Brown. No, they're going to say out of bounds off of Dara Mike. Then we'll go the other way with Timpanogos. 2:54 remaining in the second quarter and a 2-point lead for Timpanogos. Here's Alpin. Now Halford. Drop it inside, Brown. Jump it up, leaves it short. Melville with the board. Goes back up short, tips it back up. No, his third attempt is good. Tanner Melville with 10 points. 3 on the way from Martelise. Way downtown to Martelise. Hits his second 3 ball. And then nearly with the steal. 23-22. .210 remaining in the second quarter. Timpanogos clinging on to a 1-point lead. Their 10-point lead has been dwindled down to 1. High post Melville kicks back out Alpin. Here's Halford. Now high post Melville, leave it along the baseline to Brown. Drives the base, goes up, can't finish, goes back up, can't get it. And now a foul on the putback. It'll put Brown at the line to shoot 2.
Foul call on number 10, Taylor Martelise. Personal foul number 3. Caden Brown at the line, shooting 2.
Martelise is saying that he wasn't even near the ball. Martelise picks up the foul. That's his 3rd personal. And now officials will confer. And they didn't see the substitute. And there's a shot. There we go. Kearns frustrated with the call and was frustrated about being able to get Quadjon in. And it's back, and it's now a 3-point lead for Timpanogos, 25-22. Up the floor now. Here's Ebet. Can Kearns hang on with Martelise, who's drilled 2 threes for them? Can they stay in this ball game offensively? Wada pulls for 3, well off the mark. And a rebound grabbed by Timpanogos. Pickett hands over to Halford to bring up the floor. Here's Pickett on the angle. Now Brown, oh nice find inside. Melville reverse it up. And then a late whistle on Thomas as he thought he had a block. It'll put Melville to the line to shoot 2.
Give the foul to number 22, Taylor Thomas, his third. Tanner Melville at the line.
Melville rolls the first one in. Has 13 points now. The second, good as well, has got 14. Quick up the floor. Quadjan. Off the screen. Down the lane, off the window, no. Wada with the board. Gives up Ebet. Ebet thought about 3. Hangs on, oh nice find inside. And an easy 2 for Daramika. 50 seconds remaining in the half. Cross court to Pickett. 27-24 our score. Brown looked inside. He'll drive inside. Fold it up and score it. 29-24. Quick down the floor. Quadjan. Kicks out to Thomas. Mika was coming to set the screen. Thomas passed it to him and went out of bounds. Quath will now check back in. But he changed his mind. 30 seconds now remaining. Timpanogos probably take the final shot of the half. Up the floor now with Alpin. Here's Melville. Cross court, Alpin. Ebet waiting for that. He couldn't quite get to that pass. Here's Melville, have an outstanding first half. High post, kick back out. Melville cross court to Alpin inside of 10 seconds. Alpin will drive the lane, kick out to Pickett. And Pickett buries the 3 as time expires in the first half. A clinical first half from Timpanogos, and they go into the locker room with a 32-24 lead over Kearns. We'll step aside. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
Second half of action, and both ball clubs come back with their starters. So for the Cougars, it will be Ebet, Martinez, Quadjan, Thomas, and Quath. And for the Timberwolves, Brown, Alpin, Pickett, Holford, and Melville. Basketball to start this second half.
Start with the Timberwolves in the second half as they're up by 8. Had that lead trimmed down to 1 and then pushed it back up for the end of the half. Alpin being hounded by Ebet and Quadjan. Down the lane, Brown has that ball picked up by Martinez. Martinez on the push. Terminates cross court, Quadjan. Hands back to Martinez. He drops it to Quath. Gets it back in the corner, pulls for 3. Lips out, and the rebound grabbed by Pickett. Cross court to Alpin. Pickett terminates, is hanging on. Inside Melville with the flyby, and almost got the and one. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Your substitution, number 2, Journey Bula, replacing Thomas.
Melville back at the line. Hits his free throws, and it's a 10-point game, 34-24. Down the lane, Quadjan has that block taken by Brown. On the push. Halford comes with a jump stop, kicks out to Alpin. Alpin in the corner, 3 on the way from Pickett. Downtown, Pickett buries the triple. And it's now a 13-point game. Up the floor with Kearns. Had a hard time getting the offense moving initially. Kick out, he bet for 3, and he bet buries the 3 ball, and that's a welcome sign for Kearns. It is now a 10-point game, 37-27. Timpanogos has got this offense moving, looking a lot like the game against Olympus that we had earlier in the year on High School Rewind. Pickett traveled before he put the ball on the floor. We'll go the other way with Kearns. Working around, here's Quadjan back up top to Martelise. Now Martelise, 5:35 remaining. Quath will jump it from the free throw line, and Quath hits the jumper. His first field goal of the game. And now an 8-point game, 37-29. Halford, cross court, Alpin. Alpin drives, leaves it back for Brown. Brown, pirouette down the lane, blocked by Quadjan. Up the floor, Martelise. That ball saved in, hard to the hole. Put it up and crawls in. Nice take and finish by Buba. Halford being hounded, and he looked like he nearly stepped out of bounds. And timeout taken by Timpanogos. 5:04 remaining in the third quarter. Timpanogos 37, Kearns 31. A 30-second timeout. Give us time to remind you to follow us on Twitter. We'll be tweeting out our top 5 plays at the end of today. You can go to our Twitter page and see the top 5 plays from the first round of the 5A state tournament. At 8 games yesterday, 8 games today. We're on game 4. We have 4 more to go. And hope you're enjoying our coverage. It's a High School Rewind production for live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand. We'll have the rewind version of this game on Xfinity, which will take out all the talking between plays and everything. You're just going to watch action, watch the game, and it's about 40 to 55 minutes long. And hope you enjoy our coverage this week.
T1's basketball following the timeout.
Out of the timeout, inbound into Halford. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Halford terminates, sending out to Alpin. Alpin had that ball poked away by Ebet. Ebet staying with him. Alpin terminates, and as he swung the ball through, they got to travel on Alpin. Thought that was to be a foul on Ebet, and that would have been a wrong call, but the miss official got it right. And it is Timpanogos ball, or pardon me, Kearns ball. Martelise, high post to Quath. Kicks back up top, Martelise. And now along the baseline, Quadjan couldn't get to it. That ball was well too out of his reach. And in the net. Would have been a tough one for Quadjan to grab. 6-point lead for Timpanogos. They can look to extend after the turnover from Kearns. Up the floor, Alpin in the corner, Pickett for 3. That goes in and out on the rebound. A foul on the rebound against Caden Brown. And that'll be the second team foul on Timpanogos. Brown's second personal. The floor we go with Bushman Ebet and the Cougars. Here Martelise. Quadjan Now to Buba. Buba over to Quadjan. Quadjan on the baseline. Too strong, and the rebound taken by Melville. Ebed trying to bait an outlet pass. Cross court to Halford. Halford kicks out to Alpin. Alpin leaves it a high post to Melville, and the J is good. Melville having the game of his life. 16 points. Over to Martelise. Now Ebet. Ebet pulls for three, back rim. And the rebound still loose, and then grabbed by Pickett. 39-31. Timpanogos looking to put it back, go back up by 10. Melville. Cross court, Alpin. In the corner, Pickett. Pickett will drive hard to the hole. Can't get it to go. Brown tips it up, no. Rebound still loose. Taken by Alpin. Alpin has slapped away by Ebet. And then taken away by Martelise off Ebet's foot. And will stay with Timpanogos. After the missed opportunity from Kearns, it'll be Timpanogos ball again to go back up by 10 or 11. Halford. Splits the defenders. Kick out Alpin for three. Josh Alpin from downtown. His first three, he's got 6 points. Timeout Kearns. 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. Timpanogos up 11, 42-31. Timeout Cougars, full timeout, we'll take it with them. You were watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament.
Online at DesNews.com. The Deseret News. Now you know. And a quick reminder that you can watch a replay of today's event for free online at live.ksl.com. That's live.ksl.com.
Out of the timeout, 2:40 remaining in the third. Martelise gives it up to Ebet. Back up top, Martelise. Gives it to Ebet off the curl, float it up and score it. Kearns' players have got to realize you got to run the ball through Ebet. Quick on the other end, Alpin couldn't get it to go. Quick on the push now with Buba. Buba gives it up, Quadjan gets around the defender, couldn't get it to fall. We got bodies underneath the hoop, quick down the floor. Alpin lays it up and in. Ebet had stayed to help Quadjan, who had hit the deck on the drive. I don't know if he thought a foul was called or what, but he stayed down the floor. And it's now an 11-point game. Ebet drives, has the ball slapped away, kicks it back up top. Martelise along the baseline. Quath reverse it and score it. 44-35, quickly on the run. Here's Melville. Kicks up top to Alpin. Alpin leaves it to Melville. He lost the handle. And we'll go back to Kearns. Here's Ebet. Near side, Martelise. Give it up to Quadjan. Ebet. Yet to see him get loose. Martelise for three off the mark and a rebound claimed by Josh Alpin. Alpin on the push. Give it up to Pickett. Back up top, Alpin. And here is Halford. And Timpanogos is going to sit back and run down this clock to the final minute of the third quarter. Going to eat the last minute 5 as they're holding on to a 9-point lead. Nothing to force them to put the ball up or do anything. Here's Caden Brown. Kick out to Alpin. Buba with him. Alpin drives down the lane. Floated off the glass. No. Rebound taken by Ebet. Ebet on the push. Ebet down the lane. Around the defender. Lays it up and in. Bushman Ebet has got things going a little bit here as he enters. He's got 12 points, and now a travel from Halford. It'll be Kearns ball with 12.9 seconds in the third. Seven-point lead for Timpanogos. Kearns can cut it down to 5. Ball in the hands of Buba, near side Martelise. Buba cross court to Bushman. Martelise for 3 is hit on the shot. Couldn't get it to go. And that'll do it for the third quarter. At the end of 3, Timpanogos 44, Kearns 37. Want to remind you that all of our broadcasts are powered by Xfinity Internet. To learn more about Xfinity, its X1 system, or the Xfinity Triple Play, go to www.xfinity.com. You're watching High School Rewind's production of the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament on the Watch It Now network on live.klsl.com, deseretnews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand. Start the fourth quarter with Kearns. Martelise inside. Quadrin lays it up and in. 5-point game, 44-39. Alpin. And then the foul. And Quadrin picks up the foul. That's his third personal foul, and the second team foul in the second half. Up top, Halford. Halford up top, ball poked away. Will stay here with Timpanogos. And a steal by Bushman. He bet on the push. He thought he'd get the call on the contact, no call. Quickly on the push now with Alpin. Alpin leaves it to Melville, and Melville with the flyby lays it up and in. 18 points now for Tanner Melville. Ebet down the lane. Send out to Buba, back inside to Quath. Quath fall away, Jay, no. And Quath to go to the line to shoot 2 on the foul.
Brown picks up his third personal. It's the second T-Wolves team foul. We'll shoot 2.
Quad splits the pair.
Checking in for Timpanogos, number 11, Nate Hale.
And Nate Hale will check back in for Timpanogos. 46-40, Timpanogos clinging to a lead. 6:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor, Martelly's got to be careful not to pick up that fourth foul. Here's Hale in the corner. Kick it up top with the Pickett. Now in the hands of Halford. Halford working on Ebet. Halford, give it up Melville. Outside to Alpin. Only hit 1 3. He's got 8 points. Alpin rotates to the top. Martelly's out there with him. Martelly's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls. Try to drop it inside. Hale couldn't get to it. Turnover. And we'll go back to Kearns. On the floor with Bushman Ebet and the Kearns Cougars. Here's Buba. Give it up to Ebet. Up top, Martelly's. Martelly's lob it up. Bushman Ebet went with the left hand and couldn't quite throw it down. That would have made our top 5 plays. Even Vince Francis would have thrown that in. Here's a steal and a chance at a top 5 play. Bushman Ebet with a 2-handed flush. Didn't get the left-handed alley-oop. He gets the steal and the dunk. And timeout, Timpanogos. 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament, presented on the Watch It Network by High School Rewind. Full court pressure from Kearns. 4-point lead for Timpanogos. Up the floor with Alpin. Bushman Ebet with him. Here's Pickett. Pickett reverses out. And we'll hand back to Alpin. Down the lane. Alpin leaves it to Melville. Melville kicks it out to Pickett. Now in the corner, Alpin, drop it inside Melville. Melville send out to Halford. Halford will pull from the free throw line, back rim, no. And then a foul on Halford. Foul on Halford on the floor. It'll be Kearns' ball. Both players are on the floor. I don't know if he grabbed him when he went to get up or what, but a foul on Halford. Kearns basketball, 5:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ebet walks into the front court. Hands off Martelly's. Ebet got things going now. 14 points for Bushman Ebet. Martelly's comes near side. Back to Quadgen. Quadgen will pull for long range 2. And the rebound to Melville. Ball really needed to get back in the hands of Bushman Ebet there. Cookie down the floor. Drop it inside. Stolen by Quadgen. He couldn't stay in bounds and will stay with Timpanogos. And for Timpanogos, Melville's been getting some touches down low. Don't know if it's someone in the game plan to take long possessions or what, but he hasn't scored for a little bit, and he's gotten the ball a couple times near the hoop. Alpin sends out Pickett. Pickett drives the base, can't finish. The ball goes back into his hands and kicks it out to Melville. Back in the corner, Pickett drives base. Goes back up, reverses and scores. Beautiful take and finish by Pickett. And it's back to a 6-point game. Send out to Buba. Buba, the ball kicked out of bounds by Melville and will stay here. Inbound, Martelise. Martelise inside. Quadrin lays it up and in.
With an assist from Martelise.
The ball's tipped by Ibet, saved in by Ibet to Buba. He couldn't save it in. Out of bounds off a Hale and will stay with Kearns.
Basketball. Dual substitution back in the lineup, number 2, Caden Brown, replacing Hale.
Inbound into Quadrin. Brown hits the deck. No call on either way. Turnover, and down the floor we go with Timpanogos. Up the floor with Pickett. Pickett send out to Halford. Trying to stay in bounds and just does. Timeout called by Timpanogos with 3:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it'll be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. Coming up next, Roy and Spanish Fort. Bountiful Murray, more on the
Hope you're enjoying our coverage here on the Watch It Network and live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com. Dusty Litster with you here at the D Event Center for Game 4 of 8 on the first day of the 4A State Tournament. Winner of this game will take on Logan on Thursday. We'll have quarterfinal day tomorrow in the 5A State Tournament before a very wide open. And it was Logan rolling Provo in the game before this. But a close game as Timpanogos is led by as many as 11 a couple times.
Timpanogos basketball after the timeout.
Melville will inbound for Timpanogos out of the timeout. And he'll inbound back court to Pickett. Melville will drive. Terminates, kicks up to Halford. Halford had that ball poked away by Ebet. Buba gives chase. Buba will now take it in and lay it up. No, but Bushman's there to clean it up. Bushman Ebet with the board and bucket, and it's 48-46. Alpin down the lane. Floated up, no. Rebound taken, and now a foul on Alpin. And that'll be the fourth team foul on Timpanogos. Kearns can tie or take the lead on this possession. We'll go up the floor with Ebet. And now he hands off Martelise. 2:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. His possession has to go through Bushman Ebet if you are Kearns. And if Timpanogos needs to know that as well. Here's Quadrin. He terminates. He goes cross-court Buba. Up top, Martelise. Quath comes out to set the screen. In the corner, Quadrin. He'll drive baseline, reverse out, back into Martelise. Quadrin. Now Bushman Ebet. Ebet will pull for the lead. Back rimmed, and a rebound. Taken by Caden Brown. Brown now trapped along the baseline. Here's Halford. Kearns trapping Ebet with the steal. Ebet kicks up the Quath. And timeout Kearns. Kearns just will not go away. 2:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. Full timeout will take it with them. Timpanogos 48, Kearns 46. You're watching the 2015 4A State Tournament on the Watch It Network, produced by High School Rewind.
Let's get it back out here. Cougar fans, Timberwolves fans.
Out of the timeout. 2-point lead, Timpanogos 48-46 over Kearns. Martelise over to Bushman Ebet. Along the baseline. Hard to the hole and in. Quadrin has had now standing fourth quarter. Bushman Ebet almost with another steal. And now timeout Timpanogos. They have one timeout left after this. And we're tied at 48. 1:42 remaining in the fourth quarter and a full timeout taken by the Timberwolves. This gives us time to remind you that after the conclusion of this game, we will select our Nudge Player of the Game. With over 500 employees, Nudge, one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and their community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. All of High School Rewind's broadcasts are powered by Xfinity Internet. To learn more about Xfinity, their X1 system, and the Xfinity Triple Play, go to www.xfinity.com.
This is what high school basketball tournament is all about. 1:42 left in the game. We are tied. Cougar fans, Timberwolves fans.
Out of the timeout, up the floor with Timpanogos. Down the lane, send out Pickett for three. Off the mark and a rebound grab by Martelise. Ahead to Buba. Buba with Timberwolves chasing. Buba lays it up and in. And Kearns takes their first lead of the game. 50-48, Kearns. 1:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Up the floor with Alpin. Alpin terminates, has the ball socked away by Ebet. And it'll be a foul, and it'll be his second personal. Only the third team foul on Kearns. The first half had nearly 22, 23 fouls. This second half, we've only got 7 total. So it'll take quite a bit for either team to get into the bonus, depending on who has the lead in this last minute 9. Inbound to Pickett, over to Alpin. 1:05 remaining. 1 minute now remaining. Alpin in the lane, send out Pickett. Pickett reverses out, here's Alpin. Into the corner. Halford for the lead. In and out, tipped up and the rebound, still loose. And out of bounds off of Kearns. We'll stay here with Timpanogos. 47.3 seconds remaining in the fourth. Got a good atmosphere inside the D Event Center. Timpanogos fans just below us. Caden Brown holds on, back to Pickett, nearly picked off by Ebet. Pickett down the lane, swatted away by Quath, and it was out of bounds. Thought Martelise might be able to save that one in. And it'll be inbound along the baseline for Timpanogos with 41.3 remaining. Caden Brown inbounds to the backcourt to Pickett. Pickett gets it to Alpin with 33 seconds remaining. Down to 30 seconds. Melville holds on, back to Halford. Ebed picks up the foul. He tried not to, got the bump. It'll be the fourth team foul. That's the third personal foul on Bushman Ebed.
Personal foul number 3, team foul number 4.
Inbounding, Ebet with the steal. No, Alpin got it. Coming the other way, Alpin gives it up. Melville goes up, and it's good. Melville off the glass. 15 seconds remaining, tied up at 50. Down to 10 seconds. What a time for Melville to get to 20. We got down to 5. Hands back, Ebet. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ebet for the win. Back rim, and that won't count even if it went by Quoth. We are heading to overtime. Tanner Melville drives the base, lays it up and in, and it sends us to OT. The second time here in the 4A first round. We're tied at 50, heading to the extra session.
High school basketball fans, this one's so good, we're going to get 4 more minutes of it. Kearns Cougars and the Timpanogos Timberwolves.
Quoth and Melville will jump it in overtime. And it's in the hands of Buba. Buba hands back to Ebet. A big comeback from Kearns in the fourth quarter. Ebet sends back Buba up top of Martelise. Kearns trailed by double digits multiple times, and they came storming back. Ebet swatted away by Brown. Gets the ball. Now on the other side, into the corner. Buba pulls for 3. Well too strong, and a rebound taken by Pickett. He hands off to Halford, and up the floor we go with Timpanogos. Up top with Halford. He terminates. Near side with Alpin. Quadrin with him. Quadrin was expecting the trap to come from Martelise. Martelise didn't show. Kick out. Just got that through the hands of Buba. And Pickett, the ball is out of bounds off of Buba, and will stay here. The flow of Timpanogos offense has somewhat gone away. They took the air out of the ball, taking long sets, similar to what we're seeing here, but a little bit longer delays. And has kind of lost the rhythm they had. Halford for 3, that goes in and out, and Quadrin with the board. Quick up the floor now, Ebet. 1-3-1 shown by Timpanogos. Martelise sends over to Quadrin. Back up top, Martelise. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, Kearns now wanted to take a long possession. They're trying to milk this thing down. Quadrin hands back Ebet. Now Martelise along the baseline to Quadrin. Back up top, Martelise. Now to Quoth. Quoth will jump it. No. Rebound loose, out of bounds off of Melville, and will stay with Kearns. Martelise the trigger. Gets it in Buba. Here's the Quadrin. Back up top, Buba. Over to Ebet. Ebet will drive the base. Terminates, and we got a foul on the drive on Brown. That's only the 15th foul on Timpanogos. It's 5 fouls on Timpanogos, 4 fouls on Kearns, and the possession arrow belongs to the Timberwolves. That's the 4th personal foul on Caden Brown. Martelise inbounds Quadrin. Jump it up, and it comes off. Rebound taken by Halford. Halford, and he traveled. took the jump step, and his feet didn't come down together. And we'll go back to Kearns. His feet didn't come down together, and then he took a step after the jump stop. Inside of 2 minutes remaining, Martelly sends out to Ebet. Back up top to Quadjan. And he hands off Martelly's. Minute 50 remaining. Here's Ebet. Now Quadjan. Martelly's thought about it, goes to Ebet for three. It goes off, still off the rim, and the rebound then claimed by Buba. Buba will go back to the hole, left hand, no. Quadjan with the board, swatted away by Brown, and that'll be his 5th personal foul. It'll be 2 free throws to Quadjan as Brown is done. Oh, Tanner Melville took the foul. That's a smart move by Tanner Melville. That's his 1st personal foul. That'll be number 4 on Brown, and they need him. Heads up play by Tanner Melville. Quadjan at the line. And the first is good. 14 points for Quadjan. Quadjan made the first. And the second. 52-50. Full court pressure still on from Kearns. They want to keep Timpanogos sped up. Ebet will guard Alpin up the floor. Alpin hands back to Melville. Melville drive the lane, put it up, and one! And that could have been basket interference. No bucket as Caden Brown hit the rim. Caden Brown came in for a cleanup, wipe off the bucket. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Tanner Melville. Big mistake by Caden Brown. You cannot touch the rim with the ball in the air. Wipe off the bucket. At the line, Melville hits the first. Melville hit the first. And lips out the second, and the rebound to Martelly's. How big is that basket interference? Up the floor now with Ebet. He's trapped. Ebet sends it over, nobody home. Martelly's tracks it down and gets it across to Buba. Timeout taken by Kearns. They'll have 2 remaining after this one. 1:02 remaining in overtime. Kearns 52, Timpanogos 51. Still waiting to see if it's 30 seconds. It is 30 seconds. Want to remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind. We'll be tweeting out our top 5 plays from today's action. You can go to our Twitter page and see our top 5 plays from yesterday's first round of the 5A state tournament. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the 4A state tournament. We will have every 4A and 5A game for you right here on live.ksl.com and DeseretNews.com. You can also watch them in abbreviated format anytime on Xfinity On Demand.
Let's get them back out here. T-Wolves fans, Cougars fans. Kearns basketball.
Inbound into Martelly's. Guarded by Alpin. Martelly's gets it up to Quadjan. Quadjan inside to Quath. Quath is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Melville picks up his second. 51.6 remaining in overtime. Quath at the line to shoot 2. He has had a tough day at the line. Missed his first 2, and then hit his next 2. And he back rims the first. Quath missed the first, has got one more. Back rims the second, and the rebound grab by Alpin. 50 seconds remaining. We'll come down the floor with Timpanogos. Alpin with the blow by. Alpin off the glass, and it crawls off. Rebound taken by Martelise. No foul called on the contact underneath. Here's Bushman Ebet. Ebet trying to dribble his way through, and that's number 5 on Caden Brown. That layup from Alpin hung inside the rim. It felt like for 3 seconds, and somehow it kicked out. Ebet at the line to shoot 2 free throws with 30.3 seconds remaining. Ebet hits the first. (53-51), Ebet hit the front end. And back rims the second, rebound claimed by Halford. Timeout taken by Timpanogos. They'll have one more remaining. They'll have to put time on the clock, I think. We'll figure it out. 28.2 on the clock right now. Left in overtime. What a fun game. Full timeout, we'll take it with them. 28.2 remaining in overtime. Kearns 53, Timpanogos 51.
Basketball following that timeout.
Inbound into Timpanogos with a chance to tie. 25 seconds remaining. Alpin up the floor. He just had the layup lip out on him, and he could have tied earlier. Melville's the leading scorer with 21 points. Melville hauled the hard to the hole. Couldn't get to go. Hale with the board, and Hale is fouled by Quoth. It'll be 2 free throws for Hale with 14.4 seconds remaining in overtime.
Foul number 35, Kurt Clough. Personal foul number 4, team foul number 6. Hale at the line will shoot 2.
First to 2 from Hale. Back rim. Hale has yet to shoot a free throw. Oh, pardon me, he was two for 2. Has one more. Back rims a second, gets his own rebound. Hale goes back up with a swatted away by Ebet. Ebet with the big block, and it'll be Timpanogos' ball underneath with 11.5 seconds remaining. Pickett to inbound. Lob into Alpin. Just got past Ebet. Into the corner. Halford. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Underneath. Hale lays it up and in with 4 seconds. Kearns has not taken a timeout, and they still won't. No timeout. This will count if it goes. Kearns did not use a timeout. They had 2 remaining. They didn't take a timeout to set anything up, and we are heading to double overtime. Our second 4A first-round game to go to double overtime. Way to stick with it with Timpanogos. Had every opportunity to let this game slip away, but they stuck with it. And we head to another extra frame. You're watching the 2015 4A State Championship Basketball Tournament, produced by High School Rewind on live.ksl.com, desertnews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand. We are heading to double overtime. Melville and Quath will jump it for the third time in this game. And the tip is controlled by Martelise and the Cougars. Here's Bushman Ebet. He has 17 points on the day. Here's Ebet back up top, Martelise. Martelise terminates back to Ebet. Look inside the Quadgen. Quadgen over the top of Hale, and Quadgen now with 17 points. Took him a bit to get going, but Quadgen has turned it on in the second half. Down the floor with Alpin. Hard of the hole, Coombs gets away from Buba, adjusts his shot and puts it up and in. All tied up at 55. Back down the floor with Ebet. Ebet to Quath. Back to Martelise, over to Buba. Back to Martelise. Martelise over to Ebet for three. Off the mark, Quadgen with the board. Now ball kicked by Alpin. It will stay right here. Inbound to Martelise. 3:05 remaining in double overtime. We had our first game of the day go to double overtime. The ball is tipped on the sideline. Quadgen back up top, Martelise now to Buba. Buba will pull for three. Buba off the mark. Quath with the board, goes up, can't get it to go, tipped up by Hale. Quath still has it, saves it in, and it is out of bounds off of Kearns. It will go with Timpanogos. .247 remaining in double overtime. Timpanogos with a chance to get a lead. They led most of this game all the way until late in the fourth quarter. Coombs has that ball knocked out of bounds by Ebet. Lob inside. Pickett reverses and scores, and Timpanogos takes the lead, 57-55. Up the floor now with Ebet. Martelise in the corner to Buba. Back up top, Martelise, now Ebet. Ebet working on the dribble. Kicks out Martelise. And he'll reset the offense. Martelise fall away, thought he'd get the call, does, and one! Oh, what a shot by Martelise! He hits the three, plus the foul. He'll go to the line looking to give Kearns a 2-point lead. When he first put that up, I was thinking to myself, what is he thinking? But Martelise buries the triple and takes the foul from Alpin. Martelise for a 2-point lead. Back rim and rebound to Coombs. 2 minutes remaining in double overtime. Kearns 58, Timpanogos 57. What a classic here in the first round of the 4A state tournament. Melville drives the base and is fouled. The foul will be on Quadgen. So it wasn't on Melville, so it'll put Hale at the line. One-on-one situation for Hale. Remember, Hale missed the free throws at the end of the first overtime. Front end, a one-on-one for Hale. Knocked down the first, has one more. This one for the lead. And Hale buries them both, 59-58. Up the floor with Martelise, 1:40 remaining in double overtime. Quadgen, cross court, Martelise. Now Bushman Ebet, down the lane, floated up, off the glass and in. Bushman Ebet now with 19. Quickly down the floor with Alpin. Alpin has the ball poked away by Buba, And we'll stay here. It'll be inbound along the baseline. Izzy Engel, the head coach of Timpanogos. I think this game has taken about 10 years off of his life. It has been a stressful end of this ball game, and through double overtime. He's lost the suit jacket. He's rolled up the sleeves. And he's coaching as hard as he can. Outside in the corner. Alphen for three. Off the mark and rebound taken by Quath. Quath gave it up to Quadjan. Quadjan gave it up to Bartolese. Thought that ball was going to get poked away on that pass. 1 minute remaining in double overtime. A 1 point lead for Kearns. Martelese up top. We got a timeout taken by Kearns. 57.9 seconds remaining in overtime. And it's a full timeout. And we're going to take it with them. Kearns 60, Timpanogos 59. .9 remaining. Inbound in to Quadjan. Quadjan up top to Martelese. Trap comes. Martelese gets out to Buba. Buba to Ebet. Back up top to Quadjan. They're in a force Timpanogos to foul him. Martelese cross court. Ebet now Quadjan. Thought Quadjan was go hard to the hole, and then they foul him. It'll be Quadjan shooting 1-1. If you're not following us, you should follow us at HS Rewind. We will tweet out our top 5 plays from the day. Could think of a couple that didn't come out of this game. And again, it's HS Rewind. Double bonus for Quadjan. Hits the first. Quadjan started a little rough, but he's now got 18 points. Quadjan made the first. Buries the second. 62-59, 41.3 remaining. 2 timeouts left for Timpanogos. Possession arrow belongs to Timpanogos. Here's Alphen. Down the floor now with the Timberwolves. Coach Engel calling out plays. Pickett hands back to Pickett for 3. Leaves it short, and Ebet with the board. And Bushman Ebet will go to the line. A double bonus with 23.8 seconds remaining. Ebet. Back rims the first. Ebet missed the first, has one more. And hits the second. 4-point game, 23.8 remaining. And timeout, Coach Engel. We'll wait to see which timeout they take. That's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Before we step aside, I want to remind you to follow us on Twitter at HS Rewind. On Twitter, we'll be tweeting out our top 5 plays from the first round, and every day we'll release them on our Twitter page and see the top 5 plays from the 5A first round games. We'll step aside. 21.7 remaining. Kearns 53, Timpanogos 59. Out of the timeout, 21.7 remaining. Quick down the floor with Alpin. They got to score quickly. Alpin will drive the lane. Out to Melville for 3. Back rim. And saved in by Martelise. And Martelise gets it to Bushman Ebet. And the Kearns Cougars are going to come from behind, down double digits, to move on to the second round. Ebet hits the first. Puts Ebet over the 20 points and gets a big congratulations from his teammates. Ebet got the first and hits the second. 69-55. Up the floor with Timpanogos and Alpin. Loses the handle. Here goes Ebet. Throws it down with some thunder. Bushman Ebet with an exclamation point on the comeback and win for the Kearns Cougars. He put a little something extra on that one. The Roy faithful went nuts on that one. 4 seconds remaining after that Ebet dunk. Alpin at the horn, and it's a comeback win for Kearns. Timpanogos up double digits multiple times and just could not hang on as Kearns made the comeback, took the lead, and held on in double overtime. What a classic here in the first round of the 4A state tournament. Kearns will move on and play Logan on Thursday. Again, our final score, Kearns 67. Timpanogos 59. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up and our Nudge Player of the Game selection. And welcome back in the D Event Center. Our final score, the Kearns Cougars 67 and Timpanogos 59 in double overtime. What a comeback and what a win for the Kearns Cougars. This whole game was controlled by Timpanogos, and we really got to tip a cap to Tanner Melville, who came out and had a spectacular game at 21 points, led the way for Timpanogos from the tip, got things going and playing very, very well, and just was not enough to hang on as they were up 11, trying to spread the game out slow it down. Kearns got things moving, sped the game up, and Bushman, Ebed, and company able to come back and get the win. Well, first forced overtime, and then double overtime forced by Timpanogos, and then Kearns able to pull away in double overtime. And our nudge player of the game is going to go to Bushman Ebed. Could have gone on Quadjan, but I thought Ebed made the plays. He had the steals. He did a lot of different things other than scoring to help Kearns in this comeback, and also the lead in the second overtime. Quadjan ended up with 19. Ebed, our nudge player of the game, ended up with 24. Congratulations to Timpanogos on an outstanding year. A tough way to go down when you had the game. It felt like they had it won, and things were going to go their way in the fourth quarter, but just unable to hang on. And what a comeback for Kearns. Congratulations to the Kearns Cougars moving on to the second round. They will take on Logan, and that will be a fun game on Thursday. Stay tuned and follow us here on live.ksl.com and DeseretNews.com, and watch that game live. It's going to be outstanding. Again, our nudge player of the game, Bushman Ebed. With over 500 employees, Nudge, one of the fastest growing companies in Utah Valley. To learn more about Nudge and his community outreach programs, go to www.nudge.com. Again, our final score, Kearns 67, Timpanogos 59. For Vince Francis, Thompson Coles, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 4A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament, presented on live.ksl.com, DeseretNews.com, and anytime on Xfinity On Demand.